Hello, this is Rachel Vocolo, and this is my SLP project on bridging the achievement gap for students with disabilities. Surf City Middle School is located in Pender County, North Carolina. Our school had a bit of a rough start. We opened our doors for the first time in August of 2018. Unfortunately, we were hit by Hurricane Florence and had to close our doors for over a month. We were able to open again in October. Our second year, we had to close our doors early, switching to virtual learning due to COVID. In our third year, we were still not on a regular schedule, with students attending in person only 2 days per week. Our fourth year was our year. We were finally able to see our students full time for a full year. We have grown tremendously. Our first year, we had just over 500 students. Now we are at almost 800. Our teaching staff has grown from around 30 teachers to over 40. We also have gained an assistant principal, a full time secretary, and an additional part time school counselor. As I started this project, I wanted to look at areas of improvement. There were 5 things that had shown up in the research. One would be cleanliness issues throughout the building. 2, special education teachers not having planning every day. 3 would be the student discipline behavior concerns from majority of the teachers. 4, achievement gaps between students with IEPs and 504s and the general education students. 5th would be streamlining the PO requests. Once it was determined that I would work on helping to bridge the gap between our special education students and our general education students, needed to get into planning. This was done through SIT meetings and meetings with the teachers. We needed to determine how many days to offer tutoring, how many teachers were needed, how we were going to get snacks and supplies for the students during this time. With the funding that we received from the TSI goal, we spent this money on coach books for both reading and math and each grade level, 6th, 7th, and 8th. We were only able to get one class set for each grade level. Then we decided to spend the rest of the money on tutoring twice a week with 3 teachers each day. Throughout tutoring, I was able to get feedback from our stakeholders. There are different things that they were struggling with, one of which was they wanted more structure and clear expectations from the start. This is something that we will look into at putting into place at the beginning of next school year when we begin tutoring. Another thing that they struggled with was that it was a bit frustrating that tutoring started at 3:30, but they were not able to get paid until 4 o'clock. This is due to the fact that we are already on the clock until 4 o'clock with our normal regular hours. So we won't be able to do anything about that at this time. The third thing was that they would probably not tutor if there wasn't a stipend. Thankfully, TSI provides us with the monies to be able to pay teachers at this time. When doing some research, it was found that the first thing that you need to do is identify your vision, your financial policy, and other instructional goals. Secondly, you need to allocate the monies, the resources, the complex process involved in balancing the needs of various stakeholders, the students, the teachers, the community. And last and surely not least is transparency and accountability that are essential for components of effective school financial management as they build trust to ensure that the public funds are being used as intended. As we look through some quantitative data, we had tutoring on Wednesdays and Thursdays with 3 teachers on each day. There were around 60 students with more enrolling on a weekly basis. Most of them were from the 7th grade. Reasons for tutoring mostly ranged from math and reading and homework. There have been some check in data, but there hasn't been any EOG data at this moment in time. As we're moving towards the end of the school year and beginning to wrap up tutoring, there are things that we need to look at. What we should keep for the next school year. So far, we really like the sign up, the schedule and location, and the flexibility. Things that we need to do a little bit differently is have more structure in place from the beginning and training the teachers more. There are some effects on the students that we would like, which is to have this program run throughout the school year. However, getting paid a stipend is really important for the teachers so that way they are able to get paid for their time that they are working. I'm looking forward to do tutoring with the kids next year. Thank you guys for watching.